Today we're not talking about wheel bearings, engine bearings. No, today we're talking about bearings and belts. Next.
This video is sponsored by ENA, a Scheffler brand. Visit repexpert.us for more information.
In order to keep a belt quietly turning underneath the hood of a vehicle, it requires many components and many bearings. Most systems, well, they have these basic components. They have a water pump that has a bearing. They have a belt tensioner that has a bearing. It might have an idler pulley that has a bearing. The air conditioning compressor, it has a bearing on the pulley. Also a decoupler pulley. This has many bearings. The alternator, another 2 bearings. These bearings must be properly operating for the belt to operate quietly. If one bearing is loud, well, the customer is going to notice. And it's also going to possibly reduce the life of the belt. First of all, during inspection, it's critical that you not only inspect the belt, but you also inspect the drive system and the bearings that are on it. These bearings, they're typically sealed for life. Anytime a seal fails, well, that bearing is not far behind. If you see any signs of, let's say, rust or corrosion around the bearing, well, typically that's a sign that it's going to fail pretty soon. Also, any signs of oil that is leaked out, that's another sign. Another sign, well, it could be play in the pulley itself. Any play, well, that's going to cause a misalignment issue with the belt. When it comes time for replacement, many vehicles, well, they have a specification for the belt that could be between 100,000 miles to 135,000 miles. So when you replace the belt, it's critical that you address all the components on the drive belt system. Why? Well, by the time the belt is worn out, chances are there may be a failure in one of these components, and it's critical when you replace the belt, make sure you're using a kit for the belt. Some of these kits, well, they include all the components that have pattern failures for a particular vehicle. While wheel bearings and engine bearings get all the glory, well, it's those bearings on the front of the engine that do keep everything quiet. And typically, when they fail, well, the customer really notices. So make sure when you're replacing the belt, you also look at the entire drive belt system and replace components that need replacement. I'm Andrew Markel. Thank you very much.